we are going to do a campground review. One of the things that we do on our channel, and you'll find this on a playlist, is we do big rig friendly campground reviews, and it's from the fifth wheel perspective. Because if you've ever driven a fifth wheel or driven a Class A, you may know that maneuvering these things are very different. Very different.
Very different.
Yeah. And we've seen a number of campgrounds that are like, oh, we're big rig friendly, and then you pull in and you see a lot of Class A's in there. But I can't even imagine trying to get a fifth wheel in there. Like, we just rode through one just yesterday, and I was like, look at all those Class A's. We'd never get in there.
Oh yeah. I was trying to remember, where was that? Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, because we actually had a reservation there.
We had a reservation
for just
there.
A few days. It was just to fill a gap, but
it would have created a gap in the side of our rig. Trying to get in there.
Yes, it would have. So that was tight.
Yeah, it was. I've never seen an RV park like that. It was.
We always like to do that when we have a chance to go see parks.
In the area.
Yeah. We always like to check them out because you never know if we're going to be back. And at least if we see it firsthand, we know.
Yeah.
And we know we'll never stay there.
We'll never stay there. Because, you can Google Earth yourself till you're blue in the face. You can't really tell until you pull up in there. And when we pulled up in there yesterday, I think I might have gasped. There's no way we could be there. Yeah, no way we could be there. Yeah. All right. So let's go on. So today's campground review is for the Oasis RV Resort.
Yes.
And that is in Durango, Colorado. Yeah. Just off of U.S. Highway 160. So as you already know, or maybe you don't know, but we're a year behind on all these campground reviews.
Well, we're almost done.
We're almost done with 2021.
Almost done with 2021. Yeah. We only have maybe 2 more after this one.
Yeah. And what I've enjoyed about this is it's kind of like a walk down memory lane.
It is. It's actually been fun to kind of go back and remember what we liked about these places and some of the special moments that we share. So it's actually been a lot of fun.
Yeah. So, and we spent the whole summer in Colorado, and this was, if you saw our...
we started in Uncompahgre.
Yeah, and we'll put a link to that campground review.
And then we went to Westview,
and we'll put a link to that one.
And then this was our final place in Colorado.
Yeah. This was great. So, nearby attractions. There was a lot in this area. What do I have here? I've got...
It was a lot.
The Durango Silverton Train.
Yeah.
What is that? What it was called? The Durango. Okay.
Pagosa Springs.
It's
called the narrow gauge. But,
the narrow gauge train. Yeah.
It's this Durango Silverton train.
Yeah. Just the downtown of Durango was lovely. Yeah. The Vallecito Lake Tour of Carvings. Haviland Lake. Honeyville. Durango Hot Springs, the distillery that was downtown. There was a lot.
There was a lot. And we were there a while too, so that really gave us a chance to kind of explore things.
Yeah.
So there was a lot. There was a lot there.
Yeah. And so we stayed there. We were there kind of a long time. We came in August, so the end of August, and then we stayed till the third week or so of October. Yeah. So that was a good long stay, and we got to stay through the fall color. So it was really lovely to be there and be in town for those things. Does this park have full hookups? Yes, it does. They've got full water, power, and sewer. They don't even have any sites that don't have that, do they? Because, some parks have where you just have water and power. And
I think this one, I think all the sites here had full hookup.
And this used to be a KOA, right?
Yeah, it used to be a KOA. And it's now... it's now Oasis.
The Oasis RV Resort, yes. The site was a gravel site. We were in 2 different spots, and then on the first spot, it was gravel, but it had a side cement concrete.
It was like a premium
slab.
site.
It was a premium.
It was
site.
One of the premium sites. So we had this nice patio, a patio table, chairs, and it included the fire pit, propane, fire pit,
which was nice.
nice.
And these premium sites were terraced, so your neighbor was up here, and then you'd be down, and then down like that. There was a plus to that, and then a minus to that.
And these were the sites that were the biggest.
These were the biggest sites.
I mean, there really There were some other non-premium sites, which is where we ended up moving to. Mm-hmm. But for the premium locations, these were the biggest ones.
Yeah.
So we needed to be in, we really kind of needed to be in one of these. And it was a pull-through.
It was a pull-through. We like that. Yes. Access and road issues. So what would you say coming in from the road from 160?
Well, I mean, 160 is a freeway, right? It's so it's busy. Mm-hmm. You can pull over. I mean, there's some shoulder. It's not really a turn lane, but there's some shoulder. Mm-hmm. But you do have to make a pretty tight turn. Yeah, I believe, if I recall, to make this right turn into, if you're coming from that direction we were coming from, into the park. Yeah. And then once you get up in there, our spot was. I mean, we were close, right? We were close to the front. And I wouldn't say there was any real access issues there.
There wasn't access issues for us getting in because our spot was like right.
I mean, it was
in front of like kind of the entrance.
Yeah.
But if we had to navigate to anywhere else in that park, I think they do escorts.
Yeah, they do escorts there because it is so.
It's narrow up in there.
It's very narrow, and it's really one direction, and it's easy to get turned around.
Oh my gosh. Even when you're walking?
Yeah, I was going to say, when you're walking, it's easy to get turned around. So, yeah, there was some... So, yeah, they actually escort you out of the park, too. Yeah. When you're ready to leave, you're supposed to call them for an escort.
Now, it's not everybody. It's the people that are coming out of those premium sites because that's where the big rigs are, and then it's a little narrow and tight getting out of there. Yeah, it's quite a thing there. Let's see. So... As far as we're already talking about the lot spacing, but what you would say was pretty... ample-ish, no?
I would say it's middle
standard
of the road.
West Coast.
Yeah, it's not West Coast ample.
No,
and it's not. We've been in tighter places. Yeah, so it's in the middle.
Yeah, and maybe because we were terraced, it didn't seem like it was horrible. But yeah, I would say the sites are pretty narrow. Yeah. Wi-Fi and cell service. They did have Wi-Fi. We might have even used their campground Wi-Fi as WAN.
Yeah, we might have done that, but yeah, we didn't have any problems there with any kind of with cell service was available. Mm-hmm. We didn't really have any problems. Yeah. With it.
Laundry facility and showers. They did have a laundry facility. If there were 4 washers in there, 2 of them were broken, and they stayed broken. The sign just stayed on, and we're there for a good long time, and so those washers never got serviced, and there was a high degree of rigor around the timing of those laundries. In other words, the minute your wash gets finished, you better get it out of there and into the dryer, otherwise you're gonna have somebody. That was a little much
surprising.
Yeah. Showers, we didn't use the showers, but
we didn't use the showers, but yeah, we will talk about this, I'm sure, some more. But my sister was there, and so she used them, and they must have been fine. Yeah, I don't recall. We just never used them.
Yeah, I think they had like your own thing, like you go into your own room with your own door, and you have your shower, and then a table, and then not a table, but a place to put your clothing and some hooks and stuff. Not a toilet in there, but just your own little whatnot. So they were just kind of down a hallway of those, if I remember correctly. Let's see, other amenities. We talked about the fire pits. Mm-hmm. The pool was open for about a week after we got there, and then they closed it, so it's open seasonally. They had a nice little creek that went through there.
Yeah, a nice creek that ran through the property.
And there wasn't any water in it in the beginning, and then it was, remember?
Yeah, and that's because they put water in it. It was used as an overflow for something. And I forget, but yeah, it was dry when we were there, and then it wasn't. Yeah, I know. You come out, and you're like, oh look, there's all this nice water flowing. They did a pancake breakfast thing, and they had a common area, and we didn't go to it ever, but they had this pancake breakfast thing there. Right. Yeah. Pickleball courts, which is nice. We got a chance to use those. Yes. Yep. They had the nice. There was an upper deck on the building where the laundry was and the showers. Above that, you go up the stairs, and there was a deck all the way around it. You could sit up there. It was a common area. It was very nice. Yeah. Let's see what else. They had the pies. They did. They had the pies. Yeah, they actually. I think they got them from a local bakery. Yeah. They had cherry, apple. Might have had peach, I forget, but they were quite tasty.
Yeah, they had pies, and didn't they have a pizza?
And they were little. Yeah. These were little kind of individual size. And then they had a pizza oven.
I think they had a pizza oven.
Did we try the pizza?
I don't remember trying the pizza.
But yeah. They had it there for a while, and then and you talked about the breakfast.
Yeah. I think that was it for me. I thought this was a nice park. I mean, it had a lot of nice things.
I think because it was a KOA, I think it had a lot of the same amenities.
Yeah.
That if you're familiar with KOAs, that you'd see at a KOA.
Yeah.
They kept a lot of the same amenities that, things like the pizza and the breakfast and some of those things. You see those, we've seen those at other KOAs.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was still a number of the same kinds of amenities, just different management.
Yeah.
With the name change.
Yeah. And this was right across the street from a major medical center. So, just in terms of proximity to things, that was kind of nice. There was the Riverview Animal Hospital, and we actually took Charlie there for a service, and that was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like if we lived in that area, we would.
That would be our vet.
That would be our vet, yeah, because they were absolutely great. So on that note about pet friendly, we on the day that we went to the Silverton train, we actually used Rover.com. That doesn't have anything to do with the park, but that was a service that we used in the area.
Yeah, because it was such a long day.
Yeah.
We had to get up early for the train, and the train is we actually picked the all day train ride. They do have a half day, but we decided to do the full day.
Yeah.
And so we couldn't leave. We couldn't leave Charlie by himself. So yeah, we used Rover and found a local dog sitter.
It was great. Yeah. And as far as the park itself being pet friendly, it is. And then they had a little doggy, they had a couple of cans around the park, and then they had a little area that was near the playground where and there was a little playground for kids. What are you doing down
Charlie's
there?
like, he's sitting in my lap, but he's acting like he's gonna fall.
I know. I'm like,
what
is going on?
What's he doing here?
little doggy. So good management. I think in general the management was good. There was a little bit of confusion with the rates when we checked in, but we got that squared away.
Was that because they changed systems, or
I don't
remember?
idea.
But yeah, there was some confusion there.
I
remember that.
Yeah, a lot of these parks are going through changing their systems that where they do their reservations and stuff, and so sometimes you get a little tangled up in that. Mark and his wife were camp hosts, and they were very nice.
They were great. Yeah, they were great.
Yeah. Grocery store nearby, Instacart. They had Instacart, yes. Walmart. There was a Walmart nearby. They also had a local, like a natural grocer. It wasn't natural grocer, but it was
something like that.
Store like that. Yeah, and that was just 15 minutes into town, so that was really great. As far as nearby supplies, Camping World, Ace Hardware, Harbor Freight, True Value. Didn't you go into the Home Depot? Yes, you did.
Yeah. I bought something out of Home Depot.
You bought wasp spray.
Okay. Oh yeah, because they had a pretty good wasp. They had a pretty serious wasp situation there.
There was a wasp
because they
situation.
were even at the campgrounds trying to tend to that. So yeah, we bought some wasp spray.
Yeah. Because I would be out trying to cook on the grill.
Yeah.
And the wasp thing was out
They would just like come out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
And just be hovering around.
Yeah. That was a real problem. So we had to go get some wasp spray. Mail delivery service, yes, and they'd bring it to your site. So that was nice. Special moments. We had a lot of special moments here. Your parents came to visit?
Yeah, my parents came to visit. They made the long drive to come visit. So that was really nice. And they actually stayed at one of the cabins.
Yes.
They stayed with us the first night.
Yeah.
And then their cabin was ready the next night, and then they stayed for like the weekend. So we did the train ride with them, and it was just fun, just hanging out.
Yeah. I probably could have said that under amenities, because this particular campground had kind of a lot of cabins.
Yeah. They had several cabins, some with different amenities. Some had running water and some didn't.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
So they had different levels of cabins. So,
yeah.
But that was nice. They came and visited.
Mm-hmm. So the family visit, and then your sister came to visit.
And my sister came to visit,
yes,
and actually overlapped with their visit.
Yes.
For a couple of days. So,
yeah.
But then they left, and then she stayed a couple of extra days. So yeah, that was nice, and she actually stayed in the rig with us.
Yes.
So yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and with her, we got a chance to go to the hot springs, which was lovely. Yeah, we'll put some pictures of that. What was it called? The Durango Hot Springs?
I think so.
Yeah, really, really nice. A big open area, and then kind of a terraced on the side, and with the hot spring tubs kind of going up the side of the thing, and then a big pool in the center.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Oh wow, that was really makes me miss the hot springs. And on that note, we went to Pagosa Springs.
We did
for our
we went
anniversary.
to Pagosa Springs for our anniversary, and stayed over there for the weekend.
Yep, and we did a hiking tour that we signed up for at the last minute, thinking, oh, this will be fun. It says it's easy, Chimney Rock.
Yeah, we signed up for that. Just literally, we went over to Pagosa Springs. We didn't have anything really planned. So we signed up for this Chimney Rock hike, and the way it was described, it was easy, and it wasn't.
It was kind of terrifying because it was hot. I'm still working on my issue with heights, and so there were some points along the way that were a little terrifying. We met the nicest host, guide, Mary. And she invited us to her home for dinner, and that was lovely.
Yeah,
that was a special moment there too.
Yeah, we had a great time with Mary.
We really,
and her wife.
Yes, we really enjoyed that. And Chimney Rock was, we got up and we got down. We'll put a picture of us at the top here. That was fun.
We actually made it, because there was a moment where I thought,
we're going to need to be airlifted.
Have to turn around or be airlifted.
That's funny. Let's see, what else? Oh, the Haviland campground we went to. We were on our way to Silverton, and we took a detour.
And we just took a detour because the weather was looks like the weather was getting kind of bad. So we took a detour, and we just stopped in this campground, just randomly.
Yeah, and you took this award-winning photo.
And I took one of the photos there that actually was accepted in the San Diego County Fair. Yeah. This past year. So in their photography exhibition. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, that was very cool. Completely unplanned.
Yeah, just random turn around, make a U-turn, and take an award-winning photo. Okay. We met Martha and Coley there too. Mm-hmm. That was nice. They were our neighbors. We went to go visit them at another campsite.
They moved
so that
to
was
another
fun.
campground, but still in the area, and we went to go see them. And that campground was
amazing.
I don't know how he got that fifth wheel up there. They had basically the same setup. It was the same length.
Yeah.
Not a toy hauler, but pretty much the same length.
Yeah.
And when we drove up there, just in the truck, we were like, I don't know how you did that. So, but yeah, that was fun to go up and meet them.
Yeah, that was fun. I broke my leg here. So that was a special moment. I got a chance to try out that fabulous medical system across the way. It was funny because when we first pulled into the campground, I was like, look at that beautiful hospital over there. That was like a really nice hospital system. I didn't have any sense that I was going to be using it, but it was very, very nice that it was there.
It was close by.
It was close by, yeah. And so I broke my leg on the 12th of October. I slipped down the stairs to the RV.
Yeah. It was the week we were leaving.
Yeah, the week we were leaving. Yep.
That you slipped.
Yep.
And then we were supposed to be leaving that
Saturday. Yeah. And what happened was the temperature dropped that night below freezing, and then there was moisture.
A dusting of snow.
And it just turned into a nice little block of ice on that top stair. And I just took off like a rocket and broke my left leg, and
broke your ankle.
My ankle, yeah.
Around your ankle.
Yeah, I still have a brace on because it's still not acting right. And Marty and Jamie came to the rescue that we met in our. If you look at our Westview campground review, you'll see Marty and Jamie there. They came to the rescue.
They came and they were a huge help.
A huge help. Because we're trying to move all this around, and here I am on crutches. I could barely hold myself up on crutches. So it was a huge gift to have them come to help.
Have them come over.
Yeah. Anything else about special moments? I think we got them all. The hot springs, we talked about all that good stuff. Yeah, the Haviland. Top 3, bottom 3. What would you say?
I'd say, there was certainly the medical center.
Yes. Very happy to be so close to it.
That was very good. Because we always check. That's part of what we look for when we go into any campground is vets, medical, police, fire. Because we want to know where all that stuff is.
Yep.
So this just happened to be right across from a center that was just fantastic. So yeah, that definitely was up there.
Mm-hmm.
Family visits, it was great for my parents and my sister to come. And then they got to see the rig, and so they got to kind of feel like they were, doing the RV thing for a little while.
Yeah.
And then it was a great proximity to just so many things. I mean, we listed off all of the nearby attractions, and there was just a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
There's a ton of stuff there.
There's a lot to do in that area, and it's not that far. There was one other thing I thought we did in that area. Did we see the Colorado National Monument here, or did we? That was
no.
That was when
that
we
was
went
a
to
different
okay.
park. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Bottom three.
Well, you didn't really see it in town, but there was an area. I think it was behind the Home Depot. Yeah, either the Home Depot or the Walmart.
Yeah.
And I was back there. I don't know what I was back there doing.
I was
driving. I know I was driving somewhere. I don't even remember where I was going, but anyway, I was driving down this road. I think I was trying to get to someplace, and I just stumbled on this kind of homeless encampment. Yeah, it was quite large.
Yeah,
it was actually quite large, but it didn't seem to be disruptive in town.
Yeah,
although
it looked like there was some of that in the Walmart parking lot. Not just regular campers. I mean,
there was a little bit, but I don't know if the city of Durango was, trying to just keep everybody, that was unsheltered in a particular area. I don't know, but it didn't seem like it was causing any real issues in the town, but just something to be aware of.
Yeah.
The way the next bottom was the way they had the sewer hookups situated there. They were basically right in your campsite. So right by our picnic table was our neighbor's sewer.
And this is in the premium site, which is kind of crazy.
Premium sites, right? Yeah. And that could be so easily, I think, remedied with just a small kind of privacy fence.
Yeah.
You don't even have to be big, but just build it around the sewer area so you don't have to see it.
Yeah.
Because it literally, I think one of the chairs was right next to
the. Yeah. I might have a picture of it. Because
we had like a four-seat table that came with the spot, and it's right next to the sewer. So that was kind of bad. And then what is that? Oh, the whole tight. Oh, just the park was tight.
Yeah.
And then like we were saying, the maneuvering in the park was tight.
Yeah.
Requiring an escort.
Yeah.
Requiring an escort to leave.
Yeah.
If you were in this one area, because again, the lower area, which I don't think we really spoke about it, but after Alicia broke her leg, and we had to extend. Because we were literally going to leave that week. I think you fell Tuesday. We were supposed to leave on Saturday.
Yeah, I had to wait a week to see the orthopedic surgeon.
Right. So you went in Wednesday to get X-rays to see what was going on. We were thinking, because she was walking, she was moving her toes. It seemed fine.
Yeah.
So then I dropped her off to go do something else at the doctor just so she could get these X-rays that I was sure were going to come back. And I'm
like, it's broken.
And she's texting me that it's broken. So anyway, we had to extend our stay.
Yeah.
And we couldn't stay in the spot we were in because they already had somebody coming in.
Yeah.
So they had to move us to the lower lot. So the way this park was set up is they had kind of this kind of.
It's like basically a big.
Well, where
gravel
we stayed,
field.
We stayed, they had the spacing was unique. I would say it wasn't just like one row after another of spaces.
Yeah.
But then they had this lot that was down from where we were staying, and that was kind of the typical kind of row after row after row. And so they moved us down there.
Yeah.
And they moved us into a pull-through down there.
Yeah.
And again, kind of making the turns down there. Remember, I think there were boulders and rocks around. Yeah. So so maneuvering around the park itself, I would say, was a little tight.
Yeah.
The spot itself wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
So I think that those were the bottom three.
Yeah. Yeah. So would we give this a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
I would say thumbs up. Yeah,
we would give this one a thumbs up. We would go back to this one.
Yeah. We would go back. It was a good park.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of this is so that you know what to expect, right? I mean, you may decide, hey, this is fine for me, and whatever. You'll see a campground review coming up here in another year when we get to it. This was so tight for us to get in, but it may not be a problem for you. Again, this is the fifth wheel perspective.
And even for us, we now know. Yeah. So that's why, again, I think, we go back because we know.
We know what to expect.
We know what to expect.
Yeah. And we know we don't want this side or we want that side. Right. Or we want the premium side or whatever. We know what to expect. And that helps to bring the stress and the worry down when you kind of know what to expect. And so that's what we hope that these videos are in service to for you. A couple of points that I want to bring up I just want to do it. So one shout out to the doctor that helped me with my leg. It turns out he was an international orthopedic surgeon who had just got back from San Diego speaking at a conference. I'm like, how am I going to break my leg in little Durango, Colorado and find this guy? So he was great. And I'll have to put his name, because I can't remember his name right off the top of my head, but I'll put his name across the screen. I just want to thank him for his service to me during this time. He was fantastic. That I wanted to say. The other thing is we found some great restaurants.
Yeah, we did. We had some. We hurt ourselves at a couple places.
Let's just say Taco Libre.
Taco Libre
downtown.
Yeah,
because we went there how many times, and then we took Buddy and Jamie there
3 or 4 times probably. One of the things we found out when we were there, though, is that I think somebody told us that Durango has more restaurants per capita than even San Francisco.
That's crazy.
Which we were like, what?
Yeah.
And not just restaurants, but
good restaurants.
You know, very good restaurants. So Taco Libre was fantastic.
Delicious. Went there many times. There was a great ice cream place.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll put a picture of our little ice cream. Cream Bean Berry.
Yeah, Cream Bean Berry. Yeah. That was good.
Yeah.
That was very good.
And I'm always looking for ice cream that doesn't have corn syrup or corn products in it, because I can't do that. And so it's hard to find people that just use cane sugar in their stuff. And their ice cream was delicious. Yeah. I don't remember the name of the distillery, but we got to meet the owner.
Look that one up.
Yeah, we'll have to put the name.
Really good.
Oh yeah, moonshine.
We bought some moonshine there. We bought some vodka there. They mix drinks so you can taste the stuff and
delicious.
Then you can buy it. So they were right there in town, right there in Durango.
Yeah.
So is that all you want to shout out?
Yeah, just those few little shout outs. I'll put the links to these places below. They were so good, and I just wanted to give them some props. I think that's it for Durango.
Well, and it was paw up.
Oh yeah, paw up.
He's kind of relaxing.
Yeah,
right now.
He's actually going to sleep.
He's going to sleep here.
I'm going to sleep anyway.
So it was a paw up though. Yeah. They had the pet area. They had the trash cans. They had the bags. So it was definitely pet friendly.
Yeah, he enjoyed it. Yeah. So that's it for the Oasis RV Resort in Durango, Colorado. Hopefully you took a bit of information from this that you can use when you book there. And if you've been there before, tell us all about it. What you like? What didn't you like? Were the washers working when you were there?
Was the pie there?
Was the pie there? Did you get in the pool?
Yeah, did you get in the pool?
We didn't get a chance to do that.
We didn't get a chance for that. They closed it for the season.
Yeah,
let us know.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up if you like this content. Hit the notify button.
Like,
subscribe. The whole thing.
Yeah. All those things.
All those good things.
It helps.
It does. It really helps our channel. We really appreciate even a little like and a little comment. All that makes a huge difference in our channel growing. So thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.